Hey folks, welcome back. Another wee quick video today that I hope will be very helpful. I'm going to talk about the why question and how to maybe reframe that. So just as a reminder, everything in this video is experiential. It's from my own experience, my own knowledge base. I was a CBT therapist before, well I am, but I just don't practice anymore. Before my stroke. But I know that some people will possibly be coming to these videos soon after a stroke, a while after a stroke, or maybe you've not had a stroke and you're just caught in a loop of why me, why is this happening? Going back to when I had my stroke, I had it in July last year, and I remember getting into hospital, getting the treatment, and then I think it was like a day and a half later, I really woke up in daylight, knew I was in hospital, couldn't move my left side, and just woke up and went into absolute despair. I howled, never heard myself do anything like that. Just a kind of, I don't want to be here, I don't want this. Just the whole shock and the trauma of everything that had happened kind of hitting me all at once, overwhelming me because I had just kind of woken up. So one thing that I noticed and have noticed in my kind of 9-10 month journey now is that I haven't once said, why me? Might sound hard to believe, but I haven't. I didn't wake up that morning and go, why me? Why have I had a stroke? It's always been the thing that I have accepted from the beginning. I had a stroke. I have had a stroke. What I don't accept is the disabling limitations that the after effects and the impact of it has on me. Hence, every day I'll fight, I'll try, I'll do, I'll attempt, I'll go down that road. But as I've said, I've covered things like that in previous videos about how doing and how trying things helps me feel more in control and helps me feel better. So the why question. Why kind of puts me in mind of a small child who is asking, why is the sky blue? And no matter what answer you'll give, you'll get, but why? Or, oh, why? Why is that? Or they'll go on to something that you've explained and say, why? And you just find yourself caught in that never ending loop of trying to eventually get to the end of the point, and you never seem to get there. And invariably, you usually say to the kid, change subject, here's something to distract you. So one of the things, instead of saying why, is maybe to reframe it to what. If I think about, I had a stroke, instead of saying why me, you could say why not me. And part of the reason that why not me is quite important as well is I think there's still a myth around the age group and the demographic of people that have strokes. If you'd told me that I was going to have a stroke, I wouldn't have fully understood what a stroke was, to be honest, and what it could do to you as well. But at the age that I was 53 when I had my stroke, I always believed it was only older people, and by that I mean way over 70, way over 80 that had strokes. So why not me is also something to consider, where, a stroke can happen to anybody, any age, any condition, at risk, not at risk. So I really want to put that messaging out there so that more people understand that it's something that happens without blame, without cause sometimes. And if you're saying, why me? There's a part of that that directs a question to, I think, a sense of responsibility or self-blame. It must have been something I've done. Why me? It must be I wasn't good enough. I wasn't nice enough. Karma's got me. Whatever it is that you may be attached to that why me, because when you're saying why me, you're racking your brains trying to think of a reason why this has happened to you. So if I'm giving any advice out here, the best advice would be to kind of look at it as what happened. What happened was I had a blood clot. What happened was I had a brain bleed. What happened was I was in a car accident. What happened was, and there you've got your reason for it. But sometimes, particularly with stroke, there isn't always a cause or a reason that people can find or determine just now. So what is a better way to look at it, because you're approaching it with a sense of curiosity and questioning, rather than the why element of trying to rationalise it. I think that's maybe the best way I can describe it. So, because why questions get you caught in that infinity loop, whereas what questions will let you kind of peel back things and look for things. But if you've not been told a reason for your stroke, or they can't find the reason, there's no way around about that. There just isn't a reason that they can give you. For me, it was a clot, and that's pretty much all I know. It's pretty much all I want to know. I don't want to delve too deeply into it, because I think sometimes you can know too much. So I accepted from the beginning that I'd had a stroke. What I don't accept are the limitations it's left me with, and that's fine, because that's my fight to have, and that's my pathway that I've chosen to go on to. I refuse to accept where it's left me just now. Won't get back to what I fully was before. I understand that now, and I accept that now, difficult as that is. But it has helped to, it has helped to look at it from a what perspective. So when I say that, what I mean is I don't wake up and the first thought being, why have I had a stroke? Why not someone else? Because A, I would never wish this on anybody, and B, there's no point in going back there again. So what I wake up with is having to stretch my neck and move and let everything kind of just ease off, because you get so tense and stiff. But I start my day with what can I do differently? What am I going to try today? What have I learned about how my life was before? So, if you ask yourself any questions with what led up to my stroke, maybe you can look at things and say, was my life too stressful? Was I smoking too much? Was I exercising too much? Was I, what can I do differently? What will help me feel better? And that's the question that you want to do now, is what will help me feel better? What will help me today? And that empowers you, because it gives you a choice. It gives you options on what you're going to do and what you're going to try, and gets you away from pulling you into that cycle where you start just ruminating over everything and going over everything. It's happened, and it's not easy to accept, and I totally get that. There'll be people here who still maybe watch this and think, I don't accept that it's happened. You will find a pathway where something will comfort you or get you to that point of acceptance, because acceptance is part of the recovering journey onwards as well. Can't go back and change anything. You can only move forwards. Even if that feels like you're standing still, you're moving forwards. So the main point of this video, and summarising everything, is change why to what, reframe it. What am I going to do? What am I going to try? What will make my day better? What will make me smile today? What will make someone else smile today? What is empowering? What is curious? And there are less recriminations, self-recriminations, because we all want to blame ourselves. It must be my fault. It must be. So, not why, what. What happened? What am I going to do now? What can I try today? Just what? It changes everything. Even if you watch this, say it out loud, instead of saying, why are they not talking to me? Or why is work so bad just now? What's going on at work that's making me feel so stressed? Or what's going on between me and my friend that we're not talking the same? Or what is happening about? Because that what leads you into looking at things and examining things rather than just going round in a loop. And inevitably, when we start doing the why, it's a why me. So we then look for ourselves to blame or a reason for why it's happened. And ultimately, it's not helpful to you and it's not going to achieve anything. So, looking for the best outcome for you. So, I hope this video has made sense. If not, please let me know in the comments. If it has made sense, please also let me know in the comments. Thanks again for watching, and I see that it's running to over 11 minutes. I wasn't hoping it wasn't going to be quite that long, but hey, it's 11 minutes out your life that you'll never get back, I know that. But if you like the video, click like, share it for anyone you think might benefit from it, and subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you again for everyone watching. Bye.